Okay, so I'm just getting the project set up here. It's just going to be a React app with a Node backend, so nothing too special. I'm just setting up the basics right now, trying to get Yarn workspaces going. That should be good. And then for this project, I'm just going to set up OAuth on the back end. And then on the front, I'm going to do just whatever. I have no clue yet. And then some Jest testing to show that off a little bit. What's up, Gus? How you doing? Yeah, so I think first I'm just gonna start off setting up the backend anyway. So let's get into that. I guess what I should probably do. Yeah, well, actually let's set up workspaces first. Let's not forget that. So let's do package, JSON. Okay. Cool. Okay. No, what are you talking about? The pass-fail thing? What's that all about? I've never heard of that. Oh dang. Okay, I will have to look at that. Let me pull that up in just a second here. Okay. Control F, S-U. Can I take my class S/U? Class for undergraduate students. Courses to be considered for SU grading, and for undergraduate students to request moving to SU grading in those courses. These instructions continue active. Oh wow, okay. Take classes, any class fail this semester? What do you mean? Pass fail, so long as you pass, you get credit, and it doesn't affect your GPA. Okay, that makes sense. That's what I was getting from what they were saying too. I just wasn't sure what your last message was trying to say. Oh, that'll be interesting. I don't know how I feel about that, but I guess it's kind of a good thing. Okay, scripts, we're gonna do, oh dear God, we're gonna do a client script where we do yarn workspace, client, start, same for server, yarn workspace, server start, and that's gonna be currently. We can do kill others on fail. Then okay, do that. We're gonna run two things. concurrently here. So I'm going to do yarn server, yarn client. Okay, and that should be pretty good. I guess in the root here, no, okay. I don't need any dependencies in this package JSON. No global dependencies. Yeah, that's awesome though. I have no clue if they're going to do that. What do you know about summer classes? Because I know they're going to do some summer, like I think A and C are going to be online, but I don't know if that's like a permanent online change or that's like it's going to be partially online throughout the summer. I guess we'll see. Okay, so let's continue on the back end here. I'm just going to create a server.js. I will need to make a new package JSON. For the server. And then in here, let me just grab a default one so I can just kind of fill it in. Server. Okay, yeah, let me just go ahead and fill this stuff in. Description. Backend for student. Authentication. OAuth and Jest demo. Okay, next we're gonna do our main is gonna be, or our entry point is gonna be server.js. Contributors. I will just do name. Gotta give myself some credit. Also, I saw you were streaming earlier, Gus. What were you streaming? I didn't get to join. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and create new script here. So we can run test. Oh, we can just run Jest. And then we can do a start script, and that's gonna run server.js. Which will, that's where we're going to initialize our Express app in. Some dependencies. Suppose we will need passport. Let's do, I think Google's fine. Google OAuth 2.0. I'm also gonna have to make a dummy account. I already have one. I'll just have to remember the password. Passport. Need Express. Probably, I'll just use JWT, I suppose. We're just gonna do JSON web token. That way we can pass information to our client. Let's see. I don't need any sort of hashing. Oh, right. I will need body parser. That is one. Storing anything in the database? No, I don't need Mongoose. We can use Morgan for just dev logging HTTP requests. Let's get passport. Let's do this in a nicer order. So let's do all the passport stuff together. Let's get passport, JWT. Oh yeah, I should probably have, I don't need to install that, okay. If I recall, I should have Jest installed globally. No, I don't. Okay. Yikes. All right, so let's install that then. Let me grab. Point 1. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna share the link to a few other places. That way, if anybody wants to join and watch the process. There we go. I shared it. Hey, what's up? Okay. Yeah, so I think I have all the necessary dependencies here. Oh, you know what? I need to get Jest going. I almost forgot. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, I can install dev dependencies. I need Jest, and I also, since I'm going to attempt to use ESM, include this as well for Jest. Okay. Yeah, that should be it. Does anybody have any ideas for a front end for this app? Right now, I just pretty much have thought of OAuth. Maybe just like a stupid little sign in or something, but nothing special. Maybe I was also thinking about implementing tests with something kind of cool, maybe like with WebGL, but I don't think that's kind of a stretch goal if I have time. So we'll see. Okay. Yeah, so I guess I'll start, well, I don't know if it'll recognize it, but I'm going to start getting Express set up. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and import it. I'll be streaming for a while. I'm just going to run through the demo as long as I'm working. I'm going to say probably another hour and a half, if I had to guess. Maybe a little longer. Have we resolved our dependencies yet? Because we're still not recognizing express.init. I guess I could just call the default. Okay, yeah, let's just do that. I'm going to use the Morgan middleware. I have to use Morgan dev. I'm gonna have to import that. I believe I can just do import Morgan from Morgan. Okay, see ya. Use body parser, and I'm gonna need to import that as well. Import body parser from body parser. This body parser. URL encoded. That way I can process that information. Extended. True. I'm also gonna just use body parser.json just in case I decide to send something with a JSON format via request. Okay. I don't plan on building and deploying this project, so I don't need to serve files, don't need to. Alright, so I guess I can start making a router now. So let's just do, I'll do API OAuth 2, since we're using OAuth 2.0. And then I'm gonna have to create the router and then import it. So import, we'll call it OAuth router from, and then I'm gonna have to create the file system for that. So I'm gonna do API, and then OAuth router. So inside of API, I'm just gonna create a new file called OAuth router, or sorry, just API OAuth.js. Yeah, we can call it OAuth router. What the hell not? And then I'm gonna import that so I can resolve this issue. So I'm gonna do API OAuth router.js. And now I can use that middleware to handle my requests. And then in here, I'm gonna have to do import. I believe I can just do import router from Express, but if I can't with ESM, let me double check, because I know it's still finicky with these libraries here. Okay, so it looks like I have to do express.router, so I'll import express. And then I can do const OAuth router equals express.router. Okay, so now every time that I make a post to this from some sort of form, so that means I'm going to do OAuth router.post. Yeah, post to just /. I'm not sure what credentials I'll need to send, so I'm just holding off on that for the moment. Yeah, let's just define the function in line here instead of moving it around into a different file, just because we will probably only have one router, so there's no point. See what I need for the Google Passport, Google OAuth. Look at an example. I'll pull it up and we'll put it on the side here. See what we need. So we install it. Great. I believe we have OAuth 2. Let me double check. No, I did not install OAuth 2, so let's do that. Make sure I have the right version. Yarn install, and let's just jump back here. So we can just do const Google strategy equals, I'm gonna just do import OAuth from passport Google OAuth 2, and then from there I'm just gonna do OAuth dot strategy. Which honestly, at that rate, I don't think assigning it to... Yeah, there's no point in that assignment. I might be able to completely make this router obsolete, given that... Okay, yeah, I will need to authenticate requests. So I'll probably just use the router, just for the sake of this. But I will have to do passport.use in. So let's take this, move it here. So let's just do app.use. Or sorry, passport. We need to import passport from I believe we can. I'm not sure if it's just supposed to be passport, or I assume it's still this one. Passport.use. Okay, yeah. We can do new OAuth or passport.strategy, which is kind of strange, but whatever works. So let me start writing some comments. Morgan used for logging HTTP requests to the console. Body parser used for resolving the request and response body objects. For both URL encoded and JSON formats. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, let's just continue, I suppose. Allow passport middleware to use the Google OAuth strategy. And then we need to pass a few things, so we need the Google client ID. So what I'll probably just use, I'm thinking about using .env, which is environment variables, and then also maybe using just a config.js, which makes life easy for now. But I'll probably just use .env, since that's more of a standard. So I guess. So we need to pass the client ID, the Google client ID. So let me just type that in for now, and we'll get that from the config later. So let me just write a to do get client ID from dummy account. Yeah. So I'll have to sign in with a dummy account on Google. Client secret. I'm gonna do the same thing here. So just Google client secret. We'll need the callback URL, which for our purposes, localhost, I believe I'm gonna initialize this on 5,000. We're gonna do, let me see. I'm gonna have it be handled in API. I want to do API OAuth too. So we're gonna do that just to make it pretty. So yeah, let me take a look at. Taking a look at some other things really quick just to verify. Okay. Switch to develop. Yeah, so I guess what our... Yeah, we're using API OAuth too. Okay, we're good there. We're good there. I forgot already. Forgot I already did that. Okay. So yeah, next. Callback URL. That's a whoops. Okay. What's the issue here? Am I forgetting to enclose this? Yes, I am. Okay. Cool. And now, the last thing we should need is, it's right here, pass request to callback. Which will be true. That way we can handle that request in our router. And it looks like they create some sort of function here. Okay, they're using like Mongoose to store that user. I guess I'll throw Mongoose in here, why the hell not? I will not be testing Mongoose though, because it's a pain in the ass. Okay, so do we have to pass it in this format? I guess is the question. I guess I can just do request access token, refresh token, profile, done. Okay. I'm gonna have to create some schemas now that I decided Mongoose was. So, okay, yeah. So we're gonna do models. We're gonna create a new user schema. So let's name this user.js. Import Mongoose from, or I think you have to do import star as Mongoose from Mongoose. It's a little strange. Const user equals new Mongoose schema. I'm just gonna go ahead and export default. And I'm gonna do mongoose.model users. Just gonna be the collection name, if I'm not mistaken. Or is that the? No, that's not the collection. Is it? It might be. I don't know. Okay. Well, anyway. Pass it user. Okay. So next steps, I suppose. We should just have an email, just type string. It'll be required. So I'm gonna reformat this to be type string required true. Password. Actually, do we? I don't think we have to store any of that information. Nope, nope, no passwords here. Point of OAuth, Jesus. Okay. So Google ID. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I believe that should just be a string. That's gonna have to be required, obviously. And then we could store other information about the user just for fun and display it back to them. So maybe something like, just like their name. The user's name type string. We're gonna do required true. I don't see why not. And then we can look at a little bit of form validation on both the front and back end. I think that could be helpful to people who don't quite understand that or know how to do that yet. Yeah, so I guess next. Any other fields that I might want to include for a user, just for the sake of this demo? I think that's good. Whatever. I mean, we can do like age, so we can include type, number, just something different. And then we can have something displayed different depending on their age, like if they're... Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just to show off some functionality, I guess. So back to this function here, we can do... So we need to import our user. Import user from API... Or no, what am I doing? Models, user, JS. So user.find or create Google ID, profile ID. So we want to filter by the profile ID and callback. Okay, we can return done, error user. Okay. I know this is not a function, so find. Oh shit, I forget. So find or create in Mongoose. It's been a minute. Let's see what we've got. I mean, I suppose I could attach a function to the schema. Is that useful? Yeah. But honestly, at that rate, you might as well. Honestly, that's a pretty good solution. I like that, actually. That's pretty nifty. Alright, let's jump back to our schema. Are they attaching it to the... Okay, no, they're attaching it to the schema. So they do something like user.statics. This is new for me. I think that's pretty neat. Find one or create equals a function. It takes a condition and a callback. We can do const self equals this. Okay, that's fine. And then we do self. Find one. Condition. Which is going to be our JSON object, so let's make a note of that. So our condition is our object or our attribute that we wish to filter by passed in JSON object format. And then we have our usual callback with error and result. So we can return the result if it exists. So callback, error, result. Otherwise, so this is the case in which, yes, it does exist. We run the callback with error and result if it does exist. If it doesn't exist, we're gonna go ahead and create that based on the condition. And then pass error results. Return callback error result. That way you can do whatever you want with your error and result. Okay, so let's give it a try. Find one or create. Nice, that's awesome. Okay, and then our callback function is going to have that information. So if we jump back here, I mean, just quickly, kind of like recap that. We have a condition and a callback, and that callback is going to be this guy here, which will run this information. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that callback is just going to run this code, which is another callback. So we're getting into callback hell here, but that's okay. That's all part of it. Yeah, we just want to run this if it does exist. If it doesn't exist, we're just going to create. If that makes a little more sense. But I think that's pretty nifty. I definitely like that. I didn't know you could attach new functions to your schemas. Okay, awesome. So let's move on to... Let's jump back to Passport. Okay, so now we need to handle authenticating the requests. It looks like the way that's being done. So they use OAuth router.get. We just use /. Then we can do. Want to make sure that they don't do API Google here. auth Google callback, auth Google. Yes, they do. So, okay, we're gonna have to change that in a moment here. So let's go back to server. We can get it out of our user.js here. OAuth to callback. And then from here, we'll do /callback. And then continue to write our function with passport here. So I'm gonna have to import passport from passport Google OAuth 2. Oh god. Passport, not pass from. Yeah. So passport. So this is for the callback. When Google is responding, essentially. Okay, Google. Success. Redirect. We'll just follow a similar auth Google success. Failure redirect will be auth Google failure, and we'll figure out what we want those routes to display later when we redirect. We can always change it too, so that's not a big deal. So let me write a note here. This is going to handle Google's request. No, I'm trying to word this properly so it's easy to understand. Yeah. So this is going to be fired whenever we get a callback, or whenever we get a response from Google regarding authentication status. Okay. Next, we're going to make another OAuth router get handler. This time it's just going to be, I believe, / did we do / well, how did I handle it? Okay, callback. We can just do / here. Yeah. So at the root of this endpoint, we want to passport authenticate. Request is Google. I wonder how that's working under the hood. I'm gonna have to look. Not 100% sure, but I'll write notes on it. HTTPS Google APIs.com auth plus login. HTTPS Google APIs auth plus profile emails read. What will you get in profile response? Saying always set to Google. Okay, so emails is one of those things that you can get from the response. Okay. That's pretty neat. So you can get all these different attributes. Yeah, let's look at the complete example. I'm curious to see more. Maybe there's... Wow, okay. Or not. I guess we don't have to see the example. Okay, well, I guess let's just continue on then. Making good progress so far. Also, I appreciate this post. So I'm actually going to leave a link to it in my user.js. Pulled from that way the author has credits. Yeah, so I guess next thing is to start implementing this on the front end, right? Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to create that dummy account. So let's sign into a new account. So let's just add a new user. Whoa. Got it. Okay. No, I don't want to add a new user. I just want to. Oh wait. Okay. Dummy account. And they get the cat. Oh yes, I'm already a Chrome user. Who knew? I think... Oh gosh, if I remember this password... Frick, dude, I'm gonna have to find it. I'm gonna have to find the password to this. Let me see if it's on my desktop. It might be gone now. Damn. Because my old SSD bricked. I have no freaking clue. Let me see if my email's set up as a backup. I can always create a new account. Yes, bless my soul. Okay, so I have my email up over here. Okay, here's the code. Cool. Let's create a new password. Make it something really stupid. What? Is that good enough? There we go. Okay. Yes, no. Cancel, I don't care. So let me Google OAuth to API. So I need to sign up for obtain OAuth 2.0 credentials from Google API console. So let's do that. Access token. Okay. So let's sign in. No, I don't care about syncing. All right. thank you. Agree and continue. So I go to the console, obtain credentials such as client ID and secret are known both to Google and your application. The set of values varies based on what type of application you are building. A JavaScript app does not require a secret, but a web server app does. You're right, yeah, I will need the secret, so. Before you... Okay, so I guess I have to create some... let's see. Credentials? Create project. Demo, OAuth, application. Do I really need to browse? Select, whatever. Yeah. I think on the front end still, I'm just gonna create something pretty simple, and if I have time later, add something cool with Jest and like WebGL, where I can like detect collisions and test if collisions are being handled properly. I think that'd be really neat. That would take me quite a bit though. Maybe I can find something else, like a cool drawing library just for 2D shapes, to do collision detection. Just to make it more interactive on the front end, because all of my front ends have been really boring for demos, so. Okay, remember to configure OAuth consent screen with information about your app. Okay, I need to create credentials. I need the definize your project using a simple API key to check quota and access. So I'm gonna need the client ID. First set of okay, let's configure the consent screen. Like it's asking user type available to any user with a Google account. Nope, we want external. Okay. Demo, OAuth demo application. We don't have a logo, unfortunately. What's this all about? Scopes for Google APIs. Scopes allow your application to access your users' private data. No, we don't need to go any further than that. Authorized domains. It's going to be a local host. I don't think I need to add ports. Must be a top private domain. Okay. Yeah, I see what they're saying. So 127.0.0.1. What? Okay, hold up. Authenticate using OAuth to use. So Google OAuth on localhost. Requires redirect URLs that can't be IP addresses or localhost. So for development purposes, we will need a proper host pointing to 127.0.0. Let me pull this up so you can see. Of course, Google has to be evil. It is not required that this host be accessible from outside our computers, so we can just set up for our local host. There is a public domain pointing to localhost 127, but you might want to provide your own host locally for security reasons. For this, you can add entry in the host file of your machine. For this guide, we're going to associate me.mydomain.com, but you can change it according to your needs as long as it is like a public top-level domain.com.org types, or has at least 2 components. Okay. So what I can do for that, I need to get into my, so yeah, Windows. Windows, so let's go to run. Oh god, what happened? Okay, there we go, it's back. So it's gonna be system root. Okay, cool. We gotta go to system 32. So now that we're in system 32, we have to go to drivers. etc hosts. Where is Sublime Text? Don't make me do this. Don't make me. Documents. No. Why would I look in documents? What am I doing? Program files. Sublime, where are you? Maybe it's an 86. That's a no. Whatever. I don't care. We're just opening it with Notepad. Okay. So I just need a point. It looks like we already have some assignments here, which is strange. I'm curious if I do check dot recover. Let me put this here. Do recover lost password.com. Okay, but let me start the React server and do 3000. Port 3000. Let me run from here. Let's do yarn start. Frick. Yarn client. Oh, I haven't set the workspace name yet. Damn it. Okay, we're just going to cd into client then. Yarn start. If you use install what? Okay, I guess I am running yarn in here first. Are my node modules in the wrong location? I wonder. What are these node modules? It would appear to be so. Let's just delete. Actually, we'll move node modules in here, or not. Okay. So I'm not 100% sure what that's all about. Disaster. Also, is it just me, or does this UI for Google Chrome look a little nicer when I sign into my dummy account? I don't know why they give you I probably just ruined it with the dark theme. It's okay. Okay. Let's just get rid of these node modules as well, just as a precaution. Oh, wait. Oh, no. That was the server. I did not want to delete the server ones. Sorry, server. Running yarn. I'm inside of server, but we're still installing them outside? What sense does that make? Okay then. Let me just go ahead and CD into client then. It's going to take a minute though. There we go. Okay. Turn. I might consider trying those out. So we'll see. I believe it was called, I might have favorited them. I might have. Let's see. Nope. Did I write it down somewhere? I don't know. I feel like it was like TailwindCSS. Yes, it was. Okay. There was another one too. I hope this isn't the animation one. Yeah, this should be fine. Yeah, we're gonna try this out because I've heard good things about Tailwind, so. Alright, are we done installing yet? Yes. What is this? Oh, God. Okay. I don't know what happened. So. Hello. I'm just gonna run start. Why? Why me? Client. Package JSON. Alright, what is going on here? React scripts provided by Create React App. Requires a dependency. What's up? Okay. All right. I will be back in just a second. All right, we're back. We are back. Yeah, I guess a few more things. Still need to set up. It looks like we're having an issue with Jest. And just setting up React in general. I don't know what the issue is right now. So let's swap over so you can see. Okay. Requires a dependency. So I'm impressed that it requires a dependency but doesn't install it or insert it. So let me go ahead and add Jest here. I wonder if I can just add it as a dev dependency though. Let me double check. I think I have another project with this. So bootcamp for code should have it. Source. Where is the package JSON? Wow. It's non-existent. I could have sworn Create React App generated with that information. Whatever, we're just gonna add it as a dependency. I don't care. Alright, let's see if we can't start. Remove Jest from dependencies and or dev dependency of the package JSON file in your project folder. Run npm install or yarn depending on the package manager you use. Okay, let me remove my lock. Delete node modules. Thank you. And then remove Jest from my dependencies. Run yarn. I wonder why it wants me to. I don't understand. I don't understand. All right, let's see what we get now. F, dude. Should be able to fix the problem, but it wasn't. It was. What's a node? Talking about node modules. If you used npm install yarn, check if Jest is outside your project directory. Something in your home folder. npm ls Jest in your project folder. Alright, yeah, let's try running that. npm ls Jest. Just demo. Client empty. Okay. So, what is the problem? What is the problem here? We're gonna run yarn again. Install Jest. I don't know. Let's see. Let's pray that this works. Nope. Alright. Alright, we're gonna fix this. Hang on. Let's just go desktop boot camps. I got some code for this. Alright. It's gonna be my package JSON for sure. Rectum. Okay. I don't know what the problem is with this. So weird. Verify that the versioning is correct. I also think that it's interesting that they include Jest DOM. Testing library. We don't need that stuff. I don't need it. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna include these three scripts and call it at that. And then we don't have. Yes, I know, Yarn, you have errors. Okay. Let's run Yarn again. Yarn, start, let's pray. Oh my Jesus. My dear Lord Jesus, there's a fire. What is going on here? What is going on? I'm gonna just do something. And it's gonna be a sin. This is gonna be bad. I don't like what I'm doing. But don't fear. We will solve the problem. Should probably copy this stuff back over. Then I will just minimize this stuff. Okay. OAuth Jest demo. All right. So I'm just gonna say, hopefully that freaking works. I don't know where my React scripts went and why this did not have scripts in it to begin with, which makes very little sense. What is in this guy? Okay, never mind. Scripts. Let me find the default React scripts. Should have just generated this with create React app. What is this? Oh my gosh. Default package JSON create React app. It's almost like I've Google searched this one before. There we go. Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and yarn start. Why do I need Jest? I don't have Jest installed anywhere. I mean, I do on my server, but that shouldn't be a problem. Client start, server start. Let me set up my workspaces quickly and try that. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So package JSON, we're gonna name this client. Instead, we're gonna then make this private. Oh God. True. Okay. Oh, I already done that. Okay. And then on the back end, server package JSON. Name this one server. Okay, good. That is done. Dear God. Why is it running node? You're on workspace client start. Right. This should take me to client. And we're going to run start in here. Client private is true. This crap. Oh, we do need to proxy our requests, or yeah, from the front end. Okay. There's absolutely no reason this should be happening. Let me try removing node modules from all folders. And then trying running yarn from the root or something. Okay. Okay, it's taking just a hot minute to delete this shit. Okay. So I'm just gonna cd into root then, into the root project directory, yarn, and pray. I don't know what's going on. If anything, I'm just gonna have to generate a new project to create React App project, and then just copy everything over. It shouldn't take very long anyway. I can actually start getting that set up just in case. I will go to users, JMC18. Where is WebStorm projects? Going to do OAuth, Jest demo. Create React App. I'm just praying that this did the right thing now. I still don't know why it's separating server and client modules so weirdly. Like the server modules aren't being placed in here. Okay, now it did. So weird. Okay, gonna run yarn client. Still nothing. Okay, yep, we're doing this now. I'm actually gonna rename, copy the name. Open Commander. npx create React app. I forgot to name the app. I knew I made a mistake. There we go. And then I'm also gonna have to reorganize this one again. That's alright though. So remind me to never use the default WebStorm generated React app because it doesn't work. So take a hot minute. Install. Just on the edge of installing here. Oh, there we go. Sweet. So that's done now. Okay, now I need to copy. So let me just create a new client directory. Keep the README in a root, which is fine. Bring source, public, and node modules all into the client folder. Okay, all should be good there. So let me make sure that still boots up as expected. So yarn start. Please don't give me problems. It appears to be starting this time. I don't know what was happening before. Oh, thank God. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to copy over the other project then. That's it. So I'll just bring over my workspaces. Okay, yeah. Let's do that. And then I'm going to grab my server and call that a day. Let's make sure this is named properly. Client. And that's it. Yeah. Alright, the app is running in my other window. Whoa, okay. Yes. Alright, so. Yeah, I guess the next step is now that I have that working. We're just going to crack it up in WebStorm. Users, WebStorm projects. Where are you at, WebStorm? Okay. This window. Okay, awesome. All right. So I'm going to CD in the server really quick and install the dependencies there. CD server. Oh, wait. No, we should be good, actually. Let me make sure I can run the server, though. So yarn server. No license field. How dare I? Yes, I should probably include that, though. I'll just do license MIT. Okay. What? Line 1, character 1. What is that? Why is it popping up like that? Okay. Well, anyway, let's take a look. Probably because it's not recognizing my modules anymore. So yeah, let's just CD in the server yarn. Okay. Request failed. What? Oh, that's so weird. I don't know what is going on tonight. Whatever. I'm gonna try to yarn start it. If only I typed node mon before that, that would be... Oh well. Yarn server. Let's try it again. Oh, I thought my dependencies were installed, but I guess not. Just run yarn from root. Yeah. After this installs, I'm gonna try to run the server again. We should be pretty good though. I'm just glad that React is starting properly now. Yeah. I guess next thing to do is continue getting the information from Google regarding client ID and secret. I think we should be pretty good. And then just developing the front end. Checking out TailwindCSS. I think that'll be neat. That seems like a neat framework. They call it a CSS framework, which... do I agree with that name? I mean, is it not more of a library? Yeah, I don't know. Because it's just a bunch of classes, no? Whatever. But yeah, we're going to check that out for front end. I think that'll be a useful tool. Oh, also, I need to continue. Oh, man. Did I close out of it? Yeah. Dang. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to go back to this again. It's alright, though. Yarn server. Wait, 2 processes are finishing up. Let's run server. Okay, cannot use import. Okay, I should probably change the package JSON to use modules. I believe you just specified type, I recall. It is no, okay. I forget what it's called. Type module. I was right the first time. Okay. Module. Package JSON. Yeah, we should only need to include that for the backend. Alright. What's the issue here? Alright, so we're not compiling on this line. Import. Okay, yep, should probably export default OAuth router. OAuth router 7. What's the issue here? Authenticate is not a function. I beg to differ. Let me Google that. Passport authenticate is not a function. I had the same problem. Look at app.js. There must be require routes index. Routes. Where is routes? Is that true? Is the second guy also right? Passport, OAuth, Google OAuth 2. Okay. No. Yeah, he's not. It's not closing the parenthesis there. Yeah, passport is strange. Let me look at my old passport project. Passport, where are you? Nothing? Oh, you know what? I know which project it is. Server package JSON. Passport. I think I need to include the default passport. Dependency. Not just OAuth. So, yeah. Let me do that. And then, looks like from there you can, in your okay, that's kind of where I was going wrong. Initializing passport differently here. Okay, so jump back to server. We can just do app use passport. All right, we're gonna rename this guy to OAuth. And then we can do import passport from passport. And then passport dot initialize And does that take something? What are the arguments for that? It does take options. Okay, so I initialize that. Passport middleware. I'm gonna rename this. Passport Google OAuth. Passport Google OAuth. .use. What did I have before? See what they have. Passport. Just passport. Invalid number of arguments expected 2. Well, I gave you 2. To be fair. Wait. No, I didn't. That's a lie. Okay. Passport Google OAuth to example. Because their example does not exist. See, where was this when I needed it? Passport. Use. New Google strategy. Consumer. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. All this. Yeah, but that's still an invalid number of arguments. Name strategy. Should I just name it Google? If I had to guess, should probably do that. Because I don't know what it is with these passport docs, but they're not quite right. Passport Google OAuth 2. See. I mean, this is the same exact terrible example that isn't like half baked. Alright, this guy's got a good thing going on here. What's this? Social authentication. Cool. Let's see. Set up an authentication file. This would be good for multiple forms of authentication. Passport. Alright, let's do this thing. Alright, we're almost there. Passport dot serialize user. Done. Null user. I'm not sure how it's serializing user. maybe to JSON object format, or converting it to binary, something like that. Passport, deserialize. Object done. Yeah, it's some sort of object. Done. Null object. Okay. App.listen 5000. Server is running, so yeah, I forgot to initialize my, or listen on my port. App use. Session. I would consider using session for this. Passport use, new strategy. Let me copy this format because I do not want to get this wrong. And I'm also going to switch back to this because Google strategy, passport, Google OAuth, that's strategy. Strategy. This looks a little prettier, honestly. I agree. Okay. App Express. Cookie parser, method override, session. Passport initialize, yeah. I wonder why it recommends a certain amount of parameters, but it seems that in multiple places I've seen just the empty parentheses for passport. Very strange. Alright, let's run our server now. Yarn server. Okay, what's the issue here? So this is just for, and this is their front end. All right, I will get to that in a minute. Auth Facebook, passport, authenticate, Facebook. So it is supposed to be like this. Okay, well, let's change that then. I wonder why it's so different on the website then. Authenticate. Yeah, I also need to, from just passport. Passport authenticate. Strategy expected 3 arguments, but yeah, this is for the callback. So need to do authenticate, failure redirect. It looks like it's, yeah, let's not do this. I agree with what they have. Failure redirect, success redirect. Should be just request response. Res.redirect to the account dashboard or something like that. Passport authenticate. I mean, what does it take? Strategy options callback. I mean, can't those be optional? Yeah, those can be totally optional. Because if options, otherwise, empty ops. Yeah, this is good. Requires a callback function of begotten object. Probably because I should include my redirect information in here. Okay. And then the callback. After this run, after we get the request, we're going to run some function that redirects us to the account endpoint. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. And this one, they don't even define a scope for this. That's probably fine though. I mean, I think that was probably an unnecessary detail again. Once again by the passport docs, which are completely strange. Let's see what we have. Passport authenticate. Facebook, and in our case Google. Just to make it happy, I'll pass it some empty ops. And then we're gonna have some function request response that literally does nothing. I don't see the point in even writing that. Google options. Yeah, this should be totally fine. I don't know what it's underlining invalid on. Yeah, it's the same thing as above. What was the third? Callback. Do I really need a callback? No. And I suppose I could just use this as my callback. I don't know why it needs to be a secondary middleware. Why don't we just take advantage of the... Whoops, should be here. I guess taking advantage of that would be beneficial. Unless I'm misreading this. I'm just tired, but... yeah, so I think I'm going to leave it there for tonight. I'm going to leave myself comment to do, handle logout, implement sessions, cookies, and use TailwindCSS for front end. Implement Jest testing for ensuring authentication. Authentication validation. So yeah, I just want to make sure that there's a valid user authenticated, and implement the rest of these things tomorrow. It's honestly not too bad. I had a lot of weird issues. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna go ahead and post this on YouTube for people who want to see the process. It's kind of long, but yeah, that's it. So I guess peace out. I am going to sleep forever now. Alrighty. Good night.